Hey everyone. If you're loving these stories and want the full, uncensored versions, plus exclusive, much hotter content, come check out my Patreon. For just $4 a month, you get access to over 600 stories, 3 new parts every day, and way spicier scenes. Every single story is 100% custom, often based on your ideas and suggestions. You can even submit prompts and vote on what comes next. This story, like others, was chosen through a Patreon poll. Also, just a quick heads up, there's always a chance this channel could get restricted or taken down in the future. If you don't want to lose touch or miss new stories, Patreon is the best place to stay connected with me. Right now, and for the next few days, there's also a special discount available on Patreon, so it's a great time to join. The link is in the description or pinned comment. Join us and dive in. Enjoy the story. The Fourth Great Shinobi War raged across the lands, a cataclysm of clashing chakras and shattered alliances. Amid the thunderous roars of tailed beasts and the ceaseless barrage of jutsu, Naruto Uzumaki stood as a beacon of unyielding determination. The allied shinobi forces clashed against the resurrected army of Madara Uchiha and the remnants of Akatsuki. Smoke billowed from craters, and the air hummed with the tension of impending doom. In this chaos, Naruto faced one of Akatsuki's most formidable members, Konan, the paper angel of Amigakure. Her loyalty to Pain's vision had driven her to the battlefield, her origami constructs slicing through the air like lethal whispers. Little did she know, this encounter would awaken something far more dangerous than any forbidden technique, a force that would bend wills not through fear, but through an irresistible pull of desire. Naruto dodged a flurry of paper shurikens, his Rasengan swirling in his palm as he closed in on Konan. Her amber eyes narrowed behind her Akatsuki cloak, her blue hair framing a face etched with resolve. But as their chakras clashed, something shifted. A surge of energy erupted from Naruto, a warm, intoxicating aura that enveloped the battlefield like a seductive mist. Konan's movements faltered. Her paper wings crumpled slightly as a flush crept up her pale cheeks. "What is this?" she whispered, her voice trembling not from pain, but from an unfamiliar heat pooling in her core. Naruto blinked in confusion, feeling the Nine-Tails chakra mix with his own in a way he never experienced. The aura pulsed, amplifying his natural charisma into something primal. Konan dropped to one knee, her breath hitching as her body betrayed her. Her mind fogged with thoughts of submission, images of yielding to this blonde shinobi, of begging for his touch. She tried to summon more paper, but her hands shook, her arousal evident in the way her thighs pressed together under her cloak. I can't fight it," she murmured, her voice laced with desperation. Her face reddened, eyes glazing over with lust as she crawled closer, her usual stoic demeanor cracking into one of needy vulnerability. Naruto stepped forward, his blue eyes widening at the sight. "Konan? What's happening?" But the aura urged him on, an instinctive drive to claim what was now his. He reached out, his hand brushing her cheek, sending shivers through her. Konan gasped, her body arching involuntarily. She shed her cloak, revealing her lithe form clad in a tight black outfit that hugged her curves, full breasts straining against the fabric, hips swaying as she knelt fully before him. "Please, Naruto," she begged, her voice husky. "Show me mercy. I'll do anything, just touch me." He hesitated, but the aura's influence made resistance futile. Pulling her up gently, he pressed his lips to hers in a heated kiss. Konan's response was immediate, her arms wrapped around his neck, her tongue dancing with his in fervent surrender. She moaned into his mouth, her hands fumbling with his jacket, exposing his toned chest. Naruto's hands roamed her body, cupping her breasts through the cloth, eliciting whimpers from her. She ground against him, feeling his growing hardness, her mind swirling with thoughts of worship. He's so strong. I need him inside me, to break me. Her skin flushed pink, sweat beading on her forehead as arousal clouded her judgment. Pushing her down onto a makeshift bed of softened earth, courtesy of a quick jutsu, Naruto stripped her slowly, savoring her gasps. Her nipples hardened in the cool air, pink and pert, begging for attention. He leaned down, taking one into his mouth, sucking gently at first, then harder as she writhed. "Ah, yes, more," Konan pleaded, her fingers tangling in his hair. Her legs spread willingly, revealing her slick folds, glistening with desire. Naruto's fingers traced her thighs, teasing upward until he brushed her flower, making her buck hips. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. The battlefield had been a whirlwind before this moment. Flashing back to earlier that day, Naruto recalled how it all began. He had been training intensely with Killer Bee, honing his control over Kurama's chakra. The war's pressure weighed heavily. Madara's tentails loomed as an existential threat. During a sparring session, Naruto pushed his limits, channeling Sage Mode alongside Tailed Beast Mode. But in a moment of emotional turmoil, thinking of his lost friends like Jiraiya and the pain of betrayal from Obito, a strange fusion occurred. Kurama's voice echoed in his mind. "Kit, your emotions are spiking. This isn't just rage, it's something deeper." Naruto felt a warmth spread from his chakra network, not destructive like before, but alluring, magnetic. It was as if his indomitable will, mixed with the fox's primal energy, birthed this seduction aura. At first, it manifested subtly, allied kunoichi like Ino glancing at him longer, blushing during briefings. But Naruto dismissed it as fatigue. Then came the mission to intercept Akatsuki reinforcements. Naruto's team ambushed a group led by Konan, who had reformed her paper bombs into deadly formations. In the heat of combat, as Konan launched her ultimate technique, Paper Person of God, Naruto countered with a massive Raisin Shuriken. Their energies collided, and the aura exploded outward. Konan, caught in the epicenter, felt at first a tidal wave of attraction that shattered her focus. Her past flashed before her. Loyalty to Yahiko, the cycle of pain, but now, all she could think of was Naruto's vibrant energy drawing her in. The flashback lingered on Naruto's confusion post-clash. He had expected victory through force, not this capitulation. Kurama chuckled inwardly. "You've unlocked a power even I didn't foresee. Use it wisely, or it'll consume you." As the aura stabilized, Naruto realized its potential to turn enemies into allies, but at what cost? The war's brutality had forged this anomaly, a blend of hope and desire in a world of despair. In the aftermath, back at the allied shinobi forces' encampment, life trudged on amidst the tension. Naruto sat by a campfire, poking at embers with a stick, his orange jacket singed from battle. Shinobi milled about, medics tending wounds, scouts relaying intel. Sakura approached, her pink hair tied back, concern etched on her face. "Naruto, you look different. What happened out there?" He shrugged, hiding the aura's secret. "Just another win, Databale." Later, he trained lightly with Shikamaru, discussing strategies. Troublesome as always. Shikamaru sighed, but noticed Naruto's newfound confidence drawing eyes. A group of kunoichi from Kirigakure whispered nearby, giggling. Naruto felt the aura pulse faintly, but suppressed it. Evening brought rations, ramen, of course, and banter with friends. Yet, in quiet moments he pondered the change, the camp's routine a stark contrast to the battlefield's intimacy. The path to this pivotal encounter had been paved with escalating conflicts. Weeks into the war, Naruto's growth accelerated under B's tutelage. Madara's Edo Tensei army forced desperate measures. Konan, revived or allied in this what-if twist, targeted key positions. Naruto's team, including Guy and Rock Lee, pursued her through misty forests. As skirmishes intensified, Naruto's aura hints emerged, a female enemy shinobi hesitating mid-attack, blushing before fleeing. Kurama warned, "It's growing, Kit. Your heart's fire fuels it." The climax built when Konan ambushed alone, her paper storm engulfing the area. Naruto, isolated, unleashed full power. The aura activated fully upon contact, overwhelming her defenses not with destruction, but desire. She fought internally, but the pull was inexorable, leading to her knees, begging. This, mercy, redefined allegiance, turning a foe into a devotee. The war's desperation birthed this tool, but Naruto questioned its morality amid the chaos. With Konan now under his influence, the aura's hold deepened in a secluded grove away from the main battlefield. She knelt again, her blue hair disheveled, amber eyes locked on Naruto with a mix of reverence and hunger. The flush on her cheeks persisted, a rosy tint spreading to her neck as residual arousal from the first encounter lingered. "Naruto, I can't stop thinking about you," she confessed, her voice breathy, hands trembling as she reached for him. Her mind raced. This aura, it's rewritten my loyalties. Pain's ideals fade. All I crave is his dominance. She bit her lip, embarrassment mingling with excitement, her body heating up anew. Naruto, still grappling with the power, felt a surge of confidence. "Conan, are you sure? This isn't normal." But her pleading gaze, eyes misty, pupils dilated, drew him in. He pulled her close, their bodies pressing together. She shivered at his touch, her full lips parting in anticipation. Starting with gentle kisses along her neck, Naruto savored her scent, rain and ink from her paper jutsu. Conan moaned softly, her hands exploring his muscular back, nails digging lightly as pre-arousal built. "Touch me more, please," she whispered, her face reddening further, a bead of sweat trickling down her temple. He obliged, sliding his hands under her reformed outfit, which she had partially mended with paper. Peeling it away revealed her pale skin, marked with faint bruises from battle, now erotic in context. Her breasts heaved with each breath, nipples erect and sensitive. Naruto teased them with his fingers, pinching lightly, making her arch her back. "Ah, yes, like that," she gasped, her thighs rubbing together, slickness returning. Thoughts flooded her. "I'm so wet already, this humiliation excites me. Begging like this, on my knees, it's intoxicating." Her expression shifted to one of pure submission, lips quivering, body trembling with need. Naruto guided her to lie back on a bed of soft leaves, his aura amplifying the intimacy. He kissed down her body, lingering on her stomach, then lower. Conan's legs parted willingly, exposing her glistening heat, folds swollen and inviting. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. Naruto's mind whirled with conflicting emotions as he held Conan close. What have I done? This power turned an enemy into this. It's like mind control, but she seems willing. Is it real, or just the aura? Guild nodded at him. He remembered his dreams of peace, not conquest. Yet the thrill coursed through, saving lives without killing, turning hate to affection? Kurama's voice intruded. "Kit, embrace it. In war any weapon counts. But beware, desire can corrupt as much as rage." Conan, nestled against his chest, reflected on her transformation. "I was devoted to Nagato's vision, a life of solitude and vengeance. Now this warmth. Naruto's light pierces my darkness." The aura sparked it, but deep down, I craved connection. Shame flickered, begging on her knees, surrendering so completely, but it mingled with liberation. No more hiding behind paper walls. He's my new purpose. Her thoughts shifted to loyalty. I'll fight for him now, against Madara, against anyone. Yet a whisper of doubt, is this freedom, or a new chain? Naruto pondered the implications for the war. If I can turn more like her, we might end this without more death. But ethics loomed, hinata. Sakura, what would they think? Conan's mind echoed similar concerns. My old comrades, would they understand? Or see me as a traitor? The aura's bond felt unbreakable, fostering a twisted harmony. In the quiet, both resolved to navigate this new reality, thoughts intertwining like their bodies had moments before. As the sun dipped lower, signaling the need to rejoin the fray, Naruto helped Conan dress, her paper jutsu reforming her attire seamlessly. "We have to keep this quiet for now," he said, glancing around. She nodded, a devoted smile on her lips. "Whatever you command." They emerged from the grove to find the battlefield shifting. In the distance, Temari of Tsunade clashed with remaining Akatsuki forces, her fan whipping winds into cyclones. As Naruto approached to assist, the aura leaked faintly, brushing against her. Temari paused mid-swing, a subtle flush crossing her tan cheeks, her teal eyes flicking toward him with unexpected curiosity. "Naruto? What's that feeling?" she muttered, shaking it off, but the seed was planted. Back at camp that night, whispers of Naruto's miraculous victory over Conan spread. Allies celebrated, unaware of the truth. Conan integrated subtly, providing intel on Akatsuki's plans. Naruto trained harder, experimenting with controlling the aura during a solo session. Sparks flew as he meditated, visions of potential, conversions, flashing, Mei Tarumi's fiery gaze, Karen's sensory prowess. But he pushed them aside, focusing on the war. A brief skirmish erupted nearby, Edo Tensei's zombies attacking. Naruto and Konan fought side by side, her paper aiding his Rasengan in devastating combos. Temari joined, her winds amplifying their attacks, but she stole glances at Naruto, her mind foggy. Why does he seem so irresistible? The battle won, they shared a moment of camaraderie, the aura subtly weaving its web. As night fell, Naruto lay awake, strategizing. This could change everything. But I won't abuse it. Konan slept nearby, her presence a comforting reminder of the power's dual edge. The chapter closed on a tense note. Scouts reported Madara's advance, setting the stage for greater trials and more temptations. The war's relentless march continued, with the allied shinobi forces pushing back against Madara's undead hordes. Naruto, now accompanied by a reformed Konan, navigated the shifting sands of the battlefield. Her paper constructs provided invaluable reconnaissance, turning the tide in minor skirmishes. Yet, the seduction aura lingered like an unspoken secret, its warmth pulsing faintly whenever Naruto exerted himself. Temari, the fierce kunoichi from Tsunade, had felt its brush during the previous encounter, leaving her unsettled. As a joint mission led them into the desert outskirts, scouting for Kabuto's reinforcements, the aura's influence began to weave its spell more profoundly. Mei Tarumi, the Mizukage, joined later, her lava-style jutsu a fiery complement to the alliance. In this chapter of desire and conflict, enemies would kneel not in defeat, but in yearning. The desert sun beat down mercilessly as Naruto's team, himself, Konan, Temari, and a few Suna shinobi, ambushed a group of Edo Tensei warriors. Temari swung her massive fan, unleashing gusts that whipped sand into blinding storms. Her teal eyes flashed with determination, her light blonde hair tied in 4 ponytails swaying wildly. But as Naruto unleashed a Rasengan to shatter an undead foe, the aura flared, enveloping the area in its intoxicating haze. Temari staggered, her fan dropping slightly as a warm flush spread across her tanned skin. "What, this heat? It's not the sun," she muttered, her voice faltering. Her mind clouded. Naruto, why does he look so commanding? I feel drawn to him. She pressed her thighs together under her short kimono-style outfit, embarrassment coloring her cheeks red as arousal stirred unbidden. Naruto noticed her hesitation, concern mixing with the aura's instinctive pull. "Temari! You okay?" He approached, the proximity intensifying the effect. Temari dropped to her knees in the soft sand, her breath quickening, eyes glazing over with lust. "Naruto, I can't fight anymore. Please show mercy," she begged, her usual Tsundere facade crumbling into needy submission. Her face burned with shame yet excitement, lips parted, pupils dilated, a light sweat beading on her forehead despite the dry air. The others were distracted by the remaining enemies, giving them a momentary seclusion behind a dune. Naruto, influenced by the aura, pulled her close. "Temari, this isn't you." But her hands clutched his jacket, pulling him down for a desperate kiss. She moaned into his mouth, her tongue eager, body pressing against his. "He's so strong. I need to submit," she thought hazily, her arousal evident in the way her nipples hardened against her top. He guided her to sit on the sand, his hands exploring her athletic frame, toned legs from years of training, curves accentuated by her outfit. Temari gasped as he slipped a hand under her skirt, finding her already wet. "Ah, touch me there," she pleaded, her blush deepening, body trembling with anticipation. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment if you enjoyed it. It means the world to me and gives me a huge boost of motivation. Your support keeps me going. Reflecting on the aura's origins, Naruto's mind drifted back to the moments following Konan's conversion. After their first encounter, they had returned to camp under the cover of dusk. Konan had shared intel on Akatsuki's hideouts, her paper bird scouting ahead. But the aura's activation traced deeper, during Naruto's fusion with Kurama, Emotional flashbacks to his lonely childhood and unrequited crushes, like on Sakura, had infused the chakra with a yearning essence. Kurama explained in a growl. Your human desires amplified my power, Kit. It's not just destruction, it's conquest of the heart. In the camp, subtle changes emerged. Allied Kunoichi reported feeling energized around Naruto, though he suppressed the aura. A briefing with the Kages revealed Madara's plans for the Ten Tails, heightening urgency. Temari, assigned to Naruto's unit for her wind expertise, had felt the initial spark then. During a strategy session, she argued tactics with him, but her cheeks flushed unusually, her arguments softening. Find your way. She'd conceded, unusual for her stubborn nature. The mission to the desert was a direct response to Kabuto's summoning more Edo Tensei. Naruto's team departed at dawn, traversing dunes under scorching heat. Konan adapted her paper to shield from sandstorms, while Temari commanded winds. But as combat ensued, the auras leaked during Naruto's exertion targeted Temari, her proximity making her vulnerable. The flashback highlighted Naruto's growing awareness. This isn't just random, it's tied to my emotions in battle. Kurama chuckled. Use it to end the war faster. Yet doubts crept in. Was this peace, or manipulation? The sequence built to the desert surrender, a pivotal step in the aura's evolution. Amid the war's grind, camp life offered fleeting normalcy. Naruto slurped ramen by the fire, Konan sitting nearby, her presence now accepted as a defector. Temari, pre-aura full influence, sparred with Shikamaru, her fan clashing against shadows. Not bad, lazybones, she'd tease, but her glances toward Naruto lingered. Post-mission, routines resumed, medics like Sakura healed the wounded, her green eyes narrowing at Naruto's new allies. You're collecting quite the fan club, she joked, unaware. Evening brought planning sessions. Naruto discussed chakra control with B, rhymes flowing as they trained. Konan contributed origami maps, Temari adding wind patterns. Laughter echoed during meals, Kiba's boasts, Choji's munching, a brief respite. Yet Naruto felt the aura's hum, suppressing it during interactions, the camp's bustle a mask for his internal turmoil. The escalation to Temari's full submission unfolded gradually amid the desert caves. After initial scouting, Kabuto's forces ambushed, forcing intense combat. Naruto's aura pulsed during a tailed beast bomb prep, brushing Temari again. She fought valiantly at first, her winds scattering enemies, but the cumulative exposure weakened her resolve. Why can't I focus? She'd whisper, her body heating unnaturally. Konan noticed, whispering to Naruto. The aura claims another. As the battle waned, Temari isolated herself behind the dune to regroup, but the pull drew Naruto there. Her resistance crumbled, pride battling desire, until she knelt begging. This moment marked the aura's strategic value, turning a key ally's sister into a loyal asset, providing Tsunade intel. But it raised stakes. Rumors of Naruto's charisma spread. The path led to Mei's involvement, arriving as reinforcements, her lava melting undead. She too felt the aura's edge, setting up her own fall. The war's desperation amplified everything, pushing Naruto toward mastering this double-edged sword. With Temari secured, the mission pressed on, but Mei's arrival shifted dynamics. The Mizukage, with her voluptuous figure, long auburn hair, and dual Kekii Genkai, reinforced the team against a larger Edo Tensei wave. As Naruto coordinated an attack, his Rasengan combining with her lava release, the aura surged again, this time targeting Mei. She paused mid-jutsu, her green eyes widening as a flush crept up her pale cheeks. This sensation, it's overwhelming, she breathed, her mind fogging. Naruto's presence, so magnetic. I feel like melting for him. Her full lips parted slightly, embarrassment mixing with arousal as her body responded, nipples perking under her blue dress. The battle ended, but Mei sought Naruto in a nearby oasis, the aura drawing her like a moth to flame. Naruto, that power of yours, it's intoxicating, she admitted, dropping to her knees on the damp grass, her voice husky. Her face reddened deeply, eyes misty with lust, a light tremble in her hands as she reached out. As a Kage, I should resist, but I crave his command, she thought, shame heightening her excitement. Naruto, now more attuned, pulled her up gently. "May, we don't have to." But she silenced him with a passionate kiss, her tongue exploring, body pressing close. Her curves, ample breasts, wide hips, molded against him. He felt her heat, amplified by her boil release, a steamy mist rising around them. May moaned, her hands fumbling with his clothes, exposing his chest. "Touch me, make me yours," she begged, her blush spreading to her neck, sweat glistening on her skin. Guiding her to the water's edge, Naruto stripped her dress, revealing her naked form, pale skin, large breasts with rosy nipples, trimmed bush above slick folds. He teased her with kisses down her neck, then to her breasts, sucking and nibbling. May arched, steam escaping her lips from her kekei genkai, adding a hot, misty fetish element that enveloped them in warmth. "Ah, your mouth feels divine," she gasped, her thighs quivering, mind swirling. "This steam, it's like my desires boiling over." Submitting to a younger man, so thrilling. He laid her on the soft bank, fingers tracing her body, dipping into the water for cool contrast. May spread her legs, inviting him. "Lick me, please," she pleaded. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. Naruto's thoughts churned as he lay with May, the oasis water lapping gently. Another one. Temari now May. This aura's turning the war into something personal. Is it right? They're strong women, reduced to begging. Guilt warred with satisfaction. He envisioned peace through unity, but at the cost of free will? Kurama interjected. "Kit, they're choosing now, your light over darkness." Yet Naruto worried about escalation. What if it affects Sakura or Hinata? "I need control." Temari, recovering nearby, reflected on her change. "I was Gaara's sister, fierce and independent. Now on my knees in the sand, but it felt liberating. No more hiding emotions behind wind." Shame lingered, begging publicly risked exposure, but excitement dominated, his touch, addictive. "I'll protect him fiercely." Her mind shifted to alliance. Suna benefits, no more rivals. May's inner monologue was regal yet vulnerable. As Mizukage, I've led through blood and mist. This aura pierced my defenses, exposing desires I buried. Embarrassment at submitting so eagerly mixed with joy. Finally, someone to yield to. No more isolation. She pondered loyalty. Kirigakyo will follow. This bond strengthens us. Doubt flickered. Is it manipulation? Or destiny? All three, Naruto, Temari, May. Resolved to harness this for victory, thoughts aligning in a web of desire and duty. The team regrouped, May and Temari now subtly devoted, their jutsu synergizing with Naruto's. Konan nodded approvingly, paper birds relaying success to HQ. Back at camp, whispers grew, Naruto's unit undefeated, miracles abounding. A night patrol revealed more threats, Kabuto's snakes slithering in shadows. Naruto countered with aura-suppressed force, but hints affected a scout Kunoichi, who blushed and withdrew. Training intensified, Naruto meditated on control, visualizing the aura as a fox's tail, wild yet tameable. Temari sparred with him, her winds playful now, charged with flirtation. May demonstrated Kekei Genkai, steam veiling suggestive glances. Allies noticed changes. Gaara eyed his sister curiously, but said nothing. Intel arrived. Karen, the Uzumaki censor, spotted near Orochimaru's lair. Naruto planned a rescue, the aura tempting as a tool. The chapter ended on anticipation, Madara's shadow looming, more conversions on the horizon, Naruto's power a beacon in the storm. The war's relentless march continued, with the allied shinobi forces pushing back against Madara's undead hordes. Naruto, now accompanied by a reformed Konan, navigated the shifting sands of the battlefield. Her paper constructs provided invaluable reconnaissance, turning the tide in minor skirmishes. Yet, the seduction aura lingered like an unspoken secret, its warmth pulsing faintly whenever Naruto exerted himself. Temari, the fierce kunoichi from Tsunade, had felt its brush during the previous encounter, leaving her unsettled. As a joint mission led them into the desert outskirts, scouting for Kabuto's reinforcements, the aura's influence began to weave its spell more profoundly. Mei Terumi, the Mizukage, joined later, her lava-style jutsu a fiery complement to the alliance. In this escalating conflict, enemies would kneel not in defeat, but in yearning. Deep in a forested hideout, Naruto's team infiltrated to rescue Karen. She was chained to a wall, her red hair matted, glasses askew, her sensor abilities suppressed by seals. As Naruto shattered the barriers with a Rasengan, the aura erupted, washing over her like a tidal wave of warmth. Karen's sharp eyes widened behind her lenses, a deep blush spreading across her pale cheeks. "Naruto, that chakra, it's so intense," she whispered, her voice trembling. Her mind, attuned to sensing energies, overloaded. "His aura, it's like pure attraction, pulling at my core. I can't resist." She bit her lip, embarrassment flooding her as arousal built, her thighs clenching under her tattered outfit. Naruto unchained her, but the proximity amplified the effect. "Karen, we're getting you out." She collapsed against him, knees weak, her breath hot on his neck. "Please, mercy, Naruto. I need you," she begged, her face crimson, eyes foggy with lust, glasses slipping down her nose. The usual tsundere bite was gone, replaced by needy vulnerability. In a secluded corner of the hideout, away from the team mopping up guards, Naruto gave in to the aura's urging. He pressed her against the wall, kissing her fiercely. Karen responded hungrily, her tongue battling his, hands roaming his body. "This sensation, his chakra flows into me, making me wet already," she thought, her body heating up, sweat beading on her forehead despite the cool air. He stripped her top, revealing her modest but perky breasts, pale skin marked by faint scars from past battles. Naruto cupped them, thumbs circling her nipples, making her gasp. "Ah, yes, touch me more," she pleaded, her blush deepening, body arching into his hands. Her sensor ability heightened everything, feeling his chakra pulse with each caress, like electric tingles. She reached down, stroking his growing bulge through his pants. "I can sense how much you want me, it's overwhelming." Naruto pushed her gently to her knees. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes. The roots of this encounter stretched back to Naruto's earlier clashes with Sasuke's team. Flashing back, Karen had first sensed Naruto during the pursuit after the Kage summit, his vibrant chakra standing out like a beacon amidst Sasuke's darkness. "That idiot's energy, so pure," she'd grumbled then, hiding attraction behind snark. But the war changed everything. Captured by Kabuto's forces, she endured interrogations, her healing bites keeping her alive. Naruto's aura evolution played a key role. Post-Temari and Mei, he noticed patterns. Emotional spikes in battle triggered it stronger. Kurama elaborated during a meditative session. "Your clan's vitality mixed with mine creates this allure kit. Uzumaki like Karen are especially susceptible. Blood calls to blood." The mission briefing with Tsunade highlighted risks. She warned of traps, her blonde hair tied back, green eyes stern. "Don't be reckless, brat." En route, skirmishes tested the team. Conan's paper scouts detected the hideout, Temari's winds clearing paths, Mei's lava sealing escapes. Karen's rescue was the climax. As seals broke, her sensing latched onto Naruto's aura, accelerating the pull. The flashback underscored the war's toll, lost comrades fueling Naruto's resolve, turning potential enemies into intimate allies. This, what if, twisted fate, where chakra bonds transcended rivalry. In the Alliance's bustling medical outpost, daily life provided a semblance of routine amid chaos. Naruto visited the tents, checking on wounded comrades, his orange presence uplifting. Tsunade oversaw operations, Slug summoned Katsuyu distributing healing chakra. "Eat properly, Gaki," she'd bark, handing him herbs. Karen, post-rescue but pre-full influence, integrated as a sensor, her glasses perched as she scanned for threats. Powwow sessions with Shikaka planned assaults. Naruto contributed ideas, Aura subtly making suggestions more persuasive. Evening downtime included games, Lee's enthusiastic challenges, Gai's youth speeches, lightening moods. Tsunade examined Naruto for injuries, her hands glowing with medical ninjutsu. "You're pushing too hard." The proximity hinted at Aura's creep, her cheeks warming faintly. Camp chores rotated, ration distribution, perimeter patrols. Amid it, Naruto reflected on growing harem-like group, the outpost hum a backdrop to his internal debates. The build-up to Karen's surrender was a cascade of war's pressures. After intel from Conan pinpointed the hideout, Naruto's squad launched at midnight. Traps abounded, poison gas, Edo Tensei guards, forcing aura-fueled bursts to break through. Karen, weakened, sensed his approach. That chakra, familiar yet intoxicating. Upon rescue, initial resistance melted. Her Tsundere facade cracked under the aura's warmth. I don't need saving! She'd snapped, but knees buckled. The hideout's isolation allowed the moment, her Uzumaki resilience turning to eager submission. This led to Tsunade's involvement. Returning to base, Karen required medical check. Tsunade, examining her, felt the residual aura from Naruto nearby. Something's off with your chakra. The Hokage's curiosity drew her closer to him, escalating to her own encounter. The war's momentum. Madara's Ten-Tails revival looming, pushed Naruto to embrace the aura, converting assets for victory, though ethical shadows lengthened. Back at the medical tent, Tsunade insisted on checking Naruto personally after the mission. Strip down, brat. I need to ensure no hidden injuries. Her blonde pigtails swayed, diamond seal on her forehead glowing faintly. As he complied, the aura pulsed, enveloping her. Tsunade's green eyes dilated, a flush rising on her porcelain skin. This? Your chakra's changed. She murmured, her mind fogging, so youthful, so potent. I feel like a girl again, craving his touch. She shook her head, embarrassment coloring her cheeks, but arousal stirred, her massive breasts heaving under her green haori. Naruto sensed it. Granny Tsunade? You okay? She dropped her professional demeanor, kneeling before him, a shocking reversal for the Sannin. Naruto, mercy. I can't fight this urge. She begged, voice husky, face crimson, eyes misty with lust. Her hands trembled as she reached for him, the usual authority yielding to submission. He pulled her close, kissing her deeply. Tsunade moaned, her tongue aggressive at first, then surrendering. This power, it's healing my loneliness in ways my jutsu can't, she thought, body heating, sweat trickling down her neck. Naruto untied her haori, revealing her legendary bust, enormous, firm breasts with pink nipples, defying her age thanks to her creation rebirth. He worshipped them, hands kneading, mouth sucking one nipple while pinching the other. Ah, yes, harder! She gasped, arching back, her blush deepening, thighs pressing together. She used a bit of healing chakra on his minor scratches, the green glow mixing with pleasure, tingling sensations amplifying everything. Tsunade pushed him onto a cot, straddling him. Let me heal you, properly. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes.